Hey everyone, how you going? Welcome back to the channel, and we have another 1/72nd scale armor review here, and well, this is what from Easy Model here. So it is a little plastic fantastic. I got this because it's a very unusual model. That's the only reason I got it, because this is a sort of a rare conversion, I suppose you could say. This is the Pz.Kpfw 756, which is based off a captured KV-1 chassis there. Now, this is a German conversion, of course, so I think it was probably a field modification, because I'm not sure how many were done, or whether this was just a one-off, because there are not a lot of pictures of this particular vehicle. Now, the main gun was removed and replaced with the German 7.5 centimeter KW2 L43, found on the good old Panzer IV. Now, these modifications were carried out by a maintenance battalion. I think it was from the 22nd Panzer Division, and it's going to make a nice, unique addition to your collection, because this is something very, very unusual. It does have a little, like, a nameplate, I think, on the back there, but that's pretty cool looking. Oh, it is screwed on there. That is weird. All right, let's get that screw off. Alright, with those screwed off, that is the length of the screws. That is really bloody long, just to hold a plastic model onto the base here. It's pretty crazy. But we should be able to get our hands on this. That's probably one of the things that I don't like about these models, is that they are screwed onto this base. Because you have to put a bit of pressure on the model to try and get the screws off. But at least, well, you can see underneath it's got a little bit of reasonable detail there, which is pretty cool. Some sort of dirty effects on the tracks, which is really nice. We'll zoom in a fraction so we can see some of those details a little bit better. And you can see the old existing Russian olive green underneath. They didn't bother repainting there, but they've painted the upper surfaces of the vehicle in that Panzer yellow with some sort of green and brown or red-brown striping around it to give it some nice foliage camouflage. And I mean, it's light because yes, it's plastic, but the details on it, fantastic. It looks to be they have put a cupola from maybe a Panzer III or Panzer IV on there, because that is not the normal KV cupola, because the Russians didn't have one as fancy as that. So yeah, the Germans went to town on this and did a few modifications. That 75mm is definitely a lot better gun than what was on it. And then you got some nice armor of a KV-1, which is pretty cool. But, well, does this move? No, that is fixed. No elevation in this. Does the turret move? The turret moves without drama, which is pretty cool. Let's see if we can see inside it. Not much inside it. There looks to be just like a... That's just a plastic block sort of screwed in there as well. It wouldn't give it that much extra weight, I don't think. So I don't know why that's in there. But yeah, it presents really well. I got this really cheap. It was only like 25 bucks or whatever. It was pretty cheap. So yeah, I thought this will be something nice to sort of check out. Something a little bit different. Something to mix up the old German armor collection, of course. But yeah, definitely like it. I reckon it's pretty cool. Hopefully you do as well. We'll put it, all the way down here, and we'll zoom in a little bit for you, and we'll wind up the video, of course. You would have seen the photos at the start. You can check this out on the turntable at the end, of course. And if you did enjoy what you saw, don't forget to throw some of those my way. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're watching and you have yet to do that. All right, everyone, thank you so much for dropping past. I hope you enjoyed this Pz.Kpfw 756. All right, you all have a fantastic rest of your day. Cheers, everyone.